Let's go back into our code and echo out some text to describe the data using concatenation. I'll use a space here because I want there to be a space between name and the variable. We'll also use this for email and details. Save the file and switch back over to the browser. Click on your Back button and resubmit the form. We now have our labels in place. The text is still not that easy to read because it's on one continuous line, but these labels definitely help. Next, let's add some line breaks. The echo statements are already on separate lines, but there's no line break in the text that gets echoed out to the browser. We can add line breaks using an escape sequence. You can't exactly type a line break character into the code here, but you can use a sequence of characters that PHP will interpret as a line break. We can add that sequence at the end here. The sequence we need is /n. We'll add that to email and details. Save these files and switch back to the browser again. Go back and submit your form one more time. Now if we view source, we can see our line breaks. If we wanted line breaks to display in the browser, we would have to use a break tag to achieve that. If you don't want to change your code, but just want to see the plain text formatting, there are a couple ways to do that. First, we can just view the source like we've already done, and you'll see the plain text formatting. Also, there's an HTML pre-formatted text element, or pre-tag, that we can use to have the browser display the whitespace. You could use this anytime you want to display code samples on a website. Or, as you see here, it's helpful when working with PHP code values. Let's go back and wrap this whole line of PHP code in a pre-tag. Let's change one last thing. When we send out our email, we're going to need this entire body of the email to be in a single variable. We can't echo out the variables one at a time like we're doing here. Let's create a new variable called email body. We'll set it equal to a blank value to start with. Now instead of echoing out the next line, let's use concatenation again. We'll change this to email body equals. We could type out our variable again. And this would completely reset the value of this variable each time. But I'm going to show you another shortcut. You can use the shortcut .equals. This tells the code to keep everything that's in the variable now and add the following information to the end of that value. We can modify our code to add the email address and the message lines to our email body. Now that all the text for the email body is in one variable, let's go ahead and echo that out. Let's save this file and go back to the browser. Click the Back button and fill out your form again. There, that looks much better. We can see the real value of our PHP variables, line breaks and all, now that the browser is displaying it inside of a pre-tag.
We covered a lot of ground so far. We grabbed our form data and displayed it to our screen, learned a shortcut for concatenation, and explored how whitespace gets treated different in different places. We still want to cover some things to watch out for and validating our form values before actually sending our form through email. So keep up the good work.